Hello, brave soul. So, you know how you don't know what to do right now? How everything seems so freaking crazy? It's because you're not supposed to be doing anything. You're supposed to be doing nothing. And let me please explain myself. While you relax, while we set the mood and get you in the flow, slow down your energy. We're just going to align ourselves to the now. Because listen, what your energy is telling me right now is you have such an urgency and you believe you're supposed to be going somewhere in a rush. You think there's some urgent matter at hand where you're behind and things are passing you by. But what's truly happening is something outside of you is falling apart. There is movement that's going to happen whether you sit still or move, whether you are part of it consciously or not. And I'm being used to inspire you to understand that if you want to do anything, if you need to keep busy in the meantime, it's in your best interest to use the time building something that brings you joy, because what you're going to be doing in the future is you can't quite see it now because it doesn't actually make sense right now. Right now, you're on a timeline that tells you you have to do all these certain steps to get to where you're trying to go. But the future is about to change collectively, because individually we're jumping timelines left and right. But there's this collective timeline that's coming in. And it's such a big one. It's a big one. And it's just telling me that the best advice I can give right now is to remind you to be still and to not have a high expectation of yourself to be going anywhere. It will actually create more bad luck if you focus on overdoing it. If you go into the anxiety, if you go into the stress. So outside of us right now, all these changes, everything that's being flipped upside down, guys, it's about to get real. And this is but you're a part of it. Just understand though, what we need from you is your gift. I have a gift and I want to give it to you. You have a gift and I would love to have it. I would love to participate in a give and take relationship. And that's what we're coming to, an upgrade of, our DNA is about to really understand the value of a soul and why you're here, your mission. Right now, your mission is to just be still. You have a lot of internal growth happening, and it's going to create external problems if you don't focus on the internal growth. A lot of the things, so they want you to think of the 24 hours that you have in the day. So when you think of it like that, you get to calculate how much free time do you want in those 24 hours? And do you feel content? Is there a mellowness? They want you to find a mellow place, because there are systems out of your control in upheaval right now. They're going to happen. It is what it is type of energy. There's not an amount of money you can save or hop, skip, and jump going on, okay? It's just more so about an internal power that's going to be your guiding light through it. Meditating and finding this inner peace is the foundation. So we have the wheel with the sun in reverse, both in reverse, coming in strong. So it's saying, if you were to, in your now self and your past self, if the event happened today, you would actually freak out. You would actually have this tower moment in your life. You would think that things are not going to be okay. The worry and the panic and everything would build up. But your future self, who knows what happens after the storm, is like, you are going to be so grateful if you plan accordingly. But it's not in the way of the old way of planning. There's a new way of planning. It's about adapting. It's about being able to blend in with nature, being able to be more in tune and in touch with rhythm and flow. So let's say it's music. Let's say that's a creative avenue you have. If you practice the guitar every single day, you're going to be happier in 10 years than if you work at your desk job for another 10 years making, whatever salary you're making. That's the type of energy I'm picking up on here. They're saying really focus on a foundation of soul and passion, because our vibration is going to align and match us to that energy of it's okay. So we're building a different kind of world, a different kind of community is coming in the now. The togetherness, the web, the way that we're going to do things is about to shift. I don't know quite when, but you have enough time to prepare, or I wouldn't be able to tell you this message. And just like the ancestors knew to write things down to help us know whatever's going on, there is this action that's going to be taken regardless of our participation. And things are going to swiftly start moving. This is a moving and grooving type of energy, but it's already, don't panic. Don't fear the change. Understand this is an opportunity. We're still going to need a small business. We're still going to need, what's it called? Barter and trade, give and take. I got you, you got me. That kind of energy is still going to be needed. And we're gonna look back at this world of dating apps as like an ancient artifact that we never want to go back to. Very interesting. The moon in reverse. Yeah. Releasing fear. Coming out of the darkness. Coming out of the darkness. It's going to be revealed. So when this dramatic thing happens, we're actually going to regain our composure. We're going to regain ourselves and our humanity and our likeness. We're going to be able to drop the mirrors and instead look at each other as a mirror. We're going to be able to look into each other's eyes and be like, you know what? You're human. I'm human too. How cool is that? What do you got? I'm growing potatoes over here. You make bed frames. You are so cool. You play the guitar. Please play some music while they're over there cooking deer that they hunted. And we got the veggie farmers growing stuff. We got tomatoes, making some soup. We got the guitar playing. It's just such a vibe. You know what I mean? We're going to be kicking it. I'm telling you. I I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna accept what's happening. The people that are going to suffer the most are those that are vain. Those that are so in... It's so funny. It's so funny because it just is. Those that are vain and so caught up in the image are going to be humbled. I don't even know where I qualify, quite honestly. But I'm just giving you the vision. I'm outside of the ether pulling it in for us, okay? The way we look at, the way we do things in the dark, the secrets, everything's about to be exposed. And your best movement is to align yourself to your heart, because everything is about to be about real heart-centered things. The way that you move is going to need to be like, I need to survive for real. Like, this is a real survival thing. I need to the reason we're in this frantic feeling of like the way they're doing inflation and stuff, it's all planned. You know, whatever. I'm not going to go too conspiracy on us. But at the same time, the way I'm looking at this Pisces, Cancer, Neptune energy is, this feels like a drunken mess. But it's the end of the conflict because we're in the drunken mess. Right now, everyone's drunk and high and delusional. Everyone's backwards. Everyone's flipped upside down. Everyone thinks everyone's got to be 6'4" and make $500K a year to be qualified, and she's got to be looking like Kim Kardashian, okay? Like, everyone's confused. We come in all shapes and sizes, people. We come in we got all different things going on. And we're about to really see what shines. What shines in a feminine energy or a masculine energy, whatever's your flavor. It's going to be a little bit more pronounced in the world we're entering into. So get prepared and align yourself for that. Be ready. Understand that, there's the Tower. See what I'm saying? This is when we're resisting the change. It's in reverse. But we're avoiding the disaster. So that's the good thing. We're not going to be catapulted out if we're properly aligning ourselves to this beautiful, natural, very alive and vibrant world that we're a part of, 1313. So we're about to start we're not about to start picking up pieces yet, because they haven't quite fallen apart. Everything's falling apart right now. That's the good thing. That's the sign. That's like the big neon sign that things are moving in the right direction. The world's been falling apart. This isn't new. It's just some people were quite asleep, and some people were on the fence, and some people were very aware. And the people that were very aware and conspiracy and crazy and stuff, they're going to be the most prepared, you know? They're the ones that are like... But it doesn't mean we have to be crazy. Let's not get nuts. Let's be calm. Let's be in a fun energy. Let's flow into the new world dancing, you know? Let's sing and dance our way into this like a musical. That's the best way to go about this, is to have fun. Just understand your problems are probably smaller than you catastrophize them to be. And obviously we are dealing with things like grief and loss and relationships and this kind of stuff, mourning. But all of that is so we can really remember what we really want and what's really valuable. Like a real love connection. Being isolated and alone sucks. Having such high standards sucks. When we can be content and compromising and create resolutions and understand it's not just about me every day, it's about us, that's when we come to the understanding that that's what this world is about. It's not about one man for himself. It doesn't mean go running back to a situation where you're not getting equal give and take. It just means that's what we're going through these lessons for, is to understand what love is. Self-love first, and external love, obviously, second. But we're going to start getting to resolving these disagreements. We got paranormal activity here with Kevin Samuels. That makes perfect sense. Because Kevin Samuels was somebody who really promoted the old world, where he was all about the false image, the projection. It was very slave mentality. It was very do this to survive, fit in, conform, follow the line, fit in the box. I don't know if that man had very much so original idea of anything except for his own little like con artist type of cult world, which he certainly influenced a part of. He was like a high level dark entity that he had a cult, and his job was to create destruction and lack of harmony, so that imbalance could continue to be promoted. With paranormal activity, it's like you know how in paranormal activity you don't quite know what's happening, but it's a dark force. It's messing with you. It's driving you crazy. It's unseen. There's a bit of that energy mixed together there, just saying like, we fell for it. We fell for the darkness and forgot that we're like brothers and sisters. We are a community. We are better in numbers and strength. Like, I'm just thinking back to, I'm just going to put two figures next to each other. This gentleman along with Malcolm X. Could you imagine them in the same room? Who would be more... Let's throw Martin Luther King in there too, because I like a little try thing. A little three. Throw a wrench in it, because I think there's a bit of mental illness in the thought process of high standard, but we have to consider what the foundation of that is. It's wasteful to the planet, it's destructive, it's harmful, it's just crushing, it's destroying. How do you sustain that sort of lifestyle for an extended period of time without destroying the beautiful earth, or destroying the quirkiness, or the, you know, we're not all cookie cutter. We're not all cookie cutter Barbies. Men aren't cookie cutter Kens. That's just not how this works. We got round people, we got tall people, we got short people, we got ugly people, fat, cute, attractive people. We got all types of people. And nobody's better because of physical appearance. It's about inner strength. A leader has inner strength. The worship chain. Because we've been designed, nobody is more mad than a narcissist who knows that you know they are a narcissist. This system is designed to worship narcissists. So you turn into one and then worship yourself, and then somehow that's actually worshiping the beast, because you're just mimicking and you're mirroring it. You know what I'm saying? That's like, why does he keep coming out? Joe Rogan keeps coming out. I'm not calling him a narcissist. I don't even know him like that. We got black man here. Put God first in everything you do. Black man. Kundalini is the Holy Spirit. We lived in harmony before men decided to sell women as currency. Yes. Ding dong. So, I'm just going to say, the way that I'm interpreting this layout is we're coming to an understanding that spirit is the hierarchy here. The God that promotes peace and harmony on the planet doesn't look at race as some sort of superiority thing or physical appearance as some sort of superiority thing. I think there are plenty of loving, compassionate, kind, gentle, feminine women out here that don't fit the physical mold of what this gentleman would describe as the most attractive woman or whatever. And I think there's some men that maybe don't make $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, whatever this crazy, and they're 6 foot or whatever, that are better men than the ones that do. It's about what's inside a person that matters. It's intellect, it's heart. So do they have compassion? Do they have intelligence? Or can they lead? Can they guide? Or are they just a follower? That's what's kind of coming up here. And we lived in harmony before men decided to sell women as currency. Women used to be, I say this because I'm remembering before history, his story. I'm remembering women as my DNA knows. It's like a clairsentient, what is it, clair knowing? I don't know. I just know. Women are man's gift, okay? We are a gift to man, period. I actually like the idea of the helper mate concept, but I'm not necessarily saying we are designed to help men. You know what I mean? Because we willingly, with our hearts, we are womb carriers. We want to help men, of course. I think that's actually a pretty fair assessment. We want to help construct and build and create and decorate and, bring things together, bring people together with a glue. We do love that kind of stuff, but we're not your slave. You don't own us. You're not going to sell our daughters. You're not going to sell us. We're not children. We're highly intelligent, autonomous beings that you will respect. And there's so much going on in the world that has people confused on what's what. Yeah. Just know there's this contrast. There's this contractual energy right now where everyone's so separated and feeling the burn of isolation and incompatibility, and I don't even want to touch or be near. But trust, anytime something goes bling, it also goes bling. And when we come back together, we're going to be all over each other. We're going to be all over each other in love and passion. Not love and hip hop. Never even seen an episode, but I just felt like that fit. Present and Maya came out. I almost feel like, I don't even know we're just going to play pretend in the imagination for a moment, because I don't want to get political. But what would it be like with more women in leadership roles? And I don't mean in suits and ties and anxiety and war and whatever the heck this world's doing. But I mean more women, feminine, mother, grandmother, crone, tribal leader energy. When we like are in a situation, let's say, and the shaman woman, the witch doctor, the woman that connects to the spirit of the ocean or to God, truly divine, divinity in her womb, that kind of a woman. What would it look like if we had more women like that in charge, meaning these men in their suits and ties and their classic haircuts and shaved faces would approach this woman with her for her wisdom rather than mock her for her eccentricity or what makes her different or not want to participate in patriarchy? What would that look like if we actually listened to a woman's opinion? An elder, a wise woman. And I don't want to discredit men. I don't want to say men don't know what they're doing. There's not wise men. I'm just, Dr. Sebi's coming to mind, which I thought he was a beautiful human. But we are reevaluating. We're reevaluating what it means to lead our own lives, but also how we... This is a very interesting time. It's a big message. So I'm going to bring this back down to earth because we got a little pushback here with, I felt like lawyer energy, judges, contracts, boring, blah, 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 rhyme, repeat, that kind of stuff. Sit here for 40 years before we make a decision kind of energy just popped up. We got people suffering and we got to wait 40 years to come up with a yes or no. No. Like that, I just get this grandma energy coming back. No. Let that baby go. They learned their lesson. Let them go. What if we sprinkle a little love on the situation? What would that look like? Instead of having all these animals in cages, what if we let them free? You know? What if we slowed down a little bit and stopped texting and driving? We stopped hitting the animals crossing the road. There's so many animals that don't need to go out like that. So I'm just getting this piggyback of the gaslighting energy because the Darville came out again, deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. It's where we flip the script on somebody, which is why things like debate and timed debate or talking over one another doesn't really work, because it just puts people in a dominant and a submissive type of situation, where someone that doesn't have a nature that wants to dictate or to control or to win or to dominate, it just puts them in a subservience to the person who wants to win. Because when you go into a situation of debate and your goal is to talk over and to be louder and to be bigger and to point and to you're really just using intimidation, manipulation, and all these other kind of energies. So obviously that relates. So I don't know if you've been in those situations where you must be. Nobody would listen to 30 minutes of empathy if they didn't have situations where they were maybe attacked or gaslit or forced to deny their reality by somebody who demanded that of them to whatever, go with the narrative that they preferred. Especially next to the president, it's just the energy. We're talking energy, guys. President just means I'm the leader, I'm the king, I rule, I own, I have, it's mine. I'm the boss. What are you the boss of? Because I thought the energy of a ruler was to represent the people. I'm pretty sure that's how it was originally supposed to be. But we're coming to this time where we really need the meek to stand in their power. Because what's actually going to show as power is what you cultivate internally. So learning herbal medicine, learning craft of some kind, honing in on a skill, mastering a skill, being a trade person, somebody who has in their two hands the ability to create something, becoming the alchemist, becoming the creator of your reality. That's the gift. We need storytellers, we need writers, we need bakers, we need chefs, yoga teachers, shamans, witches of all kind, herbalists, doctors, nurses, teachers, everybody moving in passion though, without thinking like, oh, this job pays this much a year. More so, I'm doing this because my heart calls me to do this. My heart says this is my job, this is my role, this is my place in society. That's the opportunity that God has laid forth for me to do. And I want to celebrate myself. Yeah. And live a lifestyle that's in harmony with that, with the planet. So the planet can heal. We have just been so rude to her. Bad reputation. What is bad, Are you bad? Am I bad? I don't know. What's good? I think that, so this woman, she's smoking a cigarette. She's got her hair bleached blonde. She's covered in makeup. Nails are painted. And I just see an image of, this used to be rebellion to, let's say, when women were owned by men. When women had to stay in the house, they pretty much had no work, no say. Well, a woman that would rebel against that in the 80s and the 90s, even early 2000s, that was the rebellion of that time. But the rebellion of this time is a little different. It's more about modesty, or not modesty, kind of. Modesty, intelligence, separating yourself, and resisting temptation and bad habits and the indulgence that's so prevalent in society today. Being humble and gentle and not falling into the crowd, the conflict, the chaos, the debate, the keyboard warriors out there. Getting out of the petty, the squabbling, the tit for tat energy, but actually investing in yourself and a gift, throwing your hair up in a bun and going to work, on something because you want to be the best jewelry maker or whatever it is that you're thinking about getting into. Finding a passion. You want to be a parent. You want to be an amazing parent. That's a timeless gift, and it's never going to go out of style. If you just want to be a parent, I think that's a wonderful passion, and that is also an option. You were born to create life. You were born to create. So if that's one you want to choose, that's also there. It's about just being yourself. We have grudge holder. Why is grudge holder here? I'm getting like an envy. Envy. Grudge holder, envy. It's like an energy that wants you to continue to compare and contrast. They want you, not the goodness, but the force of energy that's trying to hold you back. It wants you to envy things. It wants you to not see your value. Looking at these two people, she has like no makeup on, maybe in her eyebrows, no nail, nothing. She's just kind of natural behind some candles, holding a grudge, staring. And it's interesting, like, what is she holding a grudge about? She's piercing, though. She's like sending a curse. Sending a curse. Fake flexing. Haunted. We got paranormal activity and haunted out here. Girl fight. Petty drama. Memories, flashbacks, trauma, side effects, holding a grudge, arguments, fighting, war, competition. All the things we've been talking about. People are haunting themselves with things that are imagined, illusions, things that aren't even real, creating delusions in their mind that things are happening that aren't even happening. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of an energy of the truth is deeper and darker than we want to know all at once. There's this when you're ready type of energy that slowly but surely and methodically places the truth in front of you when you're ready to hear it. And those that embrace the truth one layer at a time, your heart isn't going to be in overdrive when it's all revealed to you in a big way. It's a softer way to get through the truth. This haunting energy with the fighting energy, reaching agreements, coming to a compromise. There's a coming to a compromise energy that I can't quite articulate. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, there's the Don Juan again. Okay. Let's talk about the Don Juan, which is in the current energy we've been playing in. He's the character outside of you that seduces you into fantasy land. Inability to commit to a path. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So both of those came in the reverse. Haunted. Okay, so I'm getting this energy that, so I heard once, okay, you know how when someone passes away and we still talk about them, we give them power? I've heard that. It's like the conflict, it's not in your environment to where you see it right in front of you necessarily, but it haunts your memories. It haunts your energy field. So it keeps you tethered and feeding this energy, creating like a power source for them. So the energy outside of you that connects to the Darvo, which is denying, they reverse blame, they blame shift, they don't quite want you to enlighten yourself. They don't want you to find the truth. The energy like that in your life. They just want to be a wedge. I mean, like, that is so annoying. There's the Hermit on the bottom again. We have the Seeker in reverse, meaning trying to stop you from seeking your wisdom, your inner light, your truth. We have the Hermit in reverse, which is withdrawals from society out of fear or negative judgment of others, refusing to help those in need. But the original card was the Hermit in upright in the foundation of this reading. So it's like you coming to the wisdom is what dismantles the system. Because we need enough people out here singing the song. The trumpet has been blown. It's here. It's here. And we're going to pull some animals because I'm about to get crazy. And I don't want to. I like being on Earth with you guys. It's fun. I've been deep dark hermit long enough. Let's ground this energy. The whale. That's my best friend. That's what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that you are the whale. You can talk to the whales. The whales will give you the wisdom. They hold deep ancient wisdom. And when you can listen, when you can hear the whales, none of this will even matter anymore. What a power. That animal starting today, I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's saying you're ready. With the otter, trying to stop you from play, because both of those came out reverse. So it's a struggle to get here. You are struggling to get to your inner light, your inner wisdom, your profound sight to see, to go forward. But also it's there. It's not out there. It's here. It's in there. And the more you play with the energy, the more you, don't say that, create romance and fun in your life, you tap in. You get out of this haunted girl fight. Who are we fighting? What are we fighting for? We are not designed to fight. I don't know who thought that. Sure, we can defend ourselves, but what are we fighting for? Mouse. Details. Little things. What does the mouse want to say? Reproduction. Sometimes you just gotta read. Oh, the stingray, beautiful. Sometimes, I don't know how many times that I've read this mouse part. That was quick. Detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, and nervous. That's That's why it's a whole nother energy we're getting out of. So you're getting out of that. Okay. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, and one that's worthy of your exacting eye. So I feel like the fearful anxiety part of the mouse is where you're focusing all of your energy on tasks and getting what you're supposed to get done due to your subconscious programming that tells you to do all the things you're supposed to be doing. But when you channel that energy into something more aligned with your chakras, with your soul, with your path, with your journey that makes sense for you, that's when you can get more into the fun and into the play and into the soul and connect and tap in deeper. Oh, that's not where we were. Stingray. And the phoenix. That's when you transform. That's when you come out and say, I know who you said I was. I know who I said I was for many years. Or the actor that I played, or the filter that I put on for you. But just like I did that, I can transform into something else. I can transform into a more authentic version of myself where I don't have to put on face paint. I don't have to cover up. I don't have to hide. I don't have to be small. I can actually be big. I can be loud. I can be lots of things and still be very powerful and aligned. I like how the stingray stayed on the bottom there. That's very beautiful. I'm gonna stop there. I hope that resonated. And if it did, please let me know down below how that resonated. I do love reading the comments. It helps me know who I'm connecting to. And if you're interested, my website, if you want to book a reading or, I don't know, look at my website or whatever, you can check that out down below. Also my book. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. I'm very proud of myself. I wrote about my journey. And I got a lot of poetry and emotions, very raw emotions in here. It's called Scorpio Diaries. I lost my mind to find it. That's on Amazon if you're interested. And I kind of want to read, can I read something if you're still here? I just want to read, something was called to me to read one little thing from here. The plain way. See? Even if you lack great learning, still you walk. Even if you lack great learning, still you can walk in the ways of the great Tao. It is not ignorance, but cleverness that you should fear. The great way is very plain, so the proud prefer the bypaths. When the palace is splendid, the fields are likely to be weeded, and the granaries empty. To wear jewels and silk, to flash your weapons, to eat and drink excessively, to store up wealth and treasure, this is the way of robbers. Pomp is contrary to the Tao. And on that note, we are out of here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.